back in 08, 09 during the recession, um, in insurance, we were hit very hard because at that time, we were doing a lot of what's known as mortgage protection, which is basically, you bought a house, so you buy a life insurance to cover the mortgage if something happens to you, right? So your family has um, the money to pay off the mortgage or continue paying the bills, right? So we were doing great with that. It was a great marketing strategy for us. And then, well, the house market crashed, and man, that hit hard because it was things lapsing. So like in insurance, if something lapses in the first year, they want their money back, what the insurance company paid, right? So that was a big hit. And then people just they didn't have money to buy policies and things like that. So definitely one of my biggest learning lessons from that is to not have everything in one basket. So that was our thing, like our niche. So I now try and diversify. It's still life insurance, but hey, if you're a business owner, you need life insurance because if something happens, how's your business going to continue? If you have a partnership, it's important to have life insurance, each of you, because maybe you don't want the spouse coming in now and taking over that business, right? So, and these are things that I learned valuably as well from my dad that I mentioned earlier, because he was a business owner and I noticed he didn't have any of these things in place when he got sick. So, yeah, definitely be flexible in what you do and be able to pivot. Like before the Affordable Care Act came out, if you ask me about health insurance, I had like one company that I represented because they were the most affordable one, and it's what people here in Miami could afford, and it was good. But I didn't really believe in health insurance because I'm like, people can't afford it. They don't cover people that really need it, diabetics or people with high blood pressure. It was a big issue, that a lot of people that are healthy today, they don't know even what I'm talking about. So when that came out, I'm like, oh, this is great because it's going to help a lot of people, and now they can afford it. So when that came out, I jumped on it as well with my mom 7 years ago now that it started. So always be on the lookout for new opportunities. And I always say, what's your purpose behind what you do? Because I could have easily quit doing insurance. At the time I did get a job in marketing in another company because hey, we needed to pay the bills, and if insurance wasn't going to do it, then I need to do something. But I still, on the weekends or at night, I would still call my clients, make appointments. I would still do it because it's what I was passionate about. So your why behind things, I think, is really important, and it's what's going to drive you through tough times. If you're doing it just for the money, forget it. That's not going to, you might be successful a year or two, but not in the long run.
I love that. I love that. I
Yeah.
mean, so the pearls that come out, and this is super, super relevant to today.